we're just going to talk about brows today. So if you have other questions, don't ask them. Janky. I've just been watching a lot of Honey Boo Boo lately. Hi everybody! I get asked a lot on my blog about my eyebrows for some reason. Having nice eyebrows isn't hard, it's just a matter of knowing what the hell you do with them. The brow has really three places. The brow should exist in three places is what I should say. The first thing you want to do is find like a straight object. So to make sure that you actually have all three pieces of your eyebrow, you want to start by taking your straight object and laying it alongside your nostril. And what you're trying to do is ultimately you're going to line up the tip of the straight object so that, my friends, is right where the inside part of your eyebrow should actually exist. Once you have figured out where that should be, get it there if it's not. The second part of your eyebrow that should exist is the arch, and for the arch you want to just kind of, you want to do a little like a, what is this angle? Was this like a 45-degree angle? I don't know math. Real hard. You're going to basically be crossing through your pupil here, and then you just keep going at an angle, and that spot, so right here, is where your arch should be. This is where the bend in your eyebrow is going to naturally exist. Okay, that's the second part. And then lastly, but certainly not least, the third part of your brow. Let's talk about it. Again, using your nostril as an anchor for your straight object, you just want to lay it so that it comes right to this point of your eye, and then that, my friends, is where your eyebrow should end. Now, I think the reason that eyebrows matter, because I think a lot of people seem to overlook them, but look at my face. I mean, it's harder to tell just because you're not in my real existence. So you can see the color of my hair against my brow, which is not the same. Not the same at all. So that's a good reason to fill in your brows. That's a good reason. Second, your eyebrows serve as the frame of your face. So think about if you, when you have like family pictures and you hang them up like with a push pin as opposed to in a frame. And what are we, in college? Jesus. And then lastly, because now if you're lucky enough that you have full brows and they come in the perfect shape and you don't have to fill them in or tweeze them ever or, you know, any of that stuff, then go yourself. Now we're going to actually get to filling your brows in, creating that shape and making them look really nice. So the first tool I use is, and don't you judge me for this, it's one of these guys. It just started to fall apart randomly. I don't know why. It's just like brushing your hair on your head, but instead it's brushing the hair on your face. That's just so disgusting to think about. Second thing is, and the second and the last thing really, is the thing that I was using earlier to show you the actual shape of your brow. This is just an angled brush, and I'm sure you all are very familiar with this. This is one of the Smashbox brushes, and I like it because it has a really long handle. So if you were interested in having a brush that was similar, or this exact one, then, because you're a stalker, Smashbox 12 is the name of the brush. I use this alongside my Lorac Take a Brow. I like it because it's punny. And what I like about this one is the one that's my hair color, so this is in an auburn, but they make these for all kinds of hair colors. They have two colors, and obviously I tend to favor this one here because it's clearly being used more. But I like it because there's two colors. I think the one up top has just got a little more brown in it, and this one's a little more red. So that's nice because if one of the colors is not exactly for you, then you just kind of mix your own. And then lastly, they have like an eyebrow wax in here, which I never use. I don't use this. So using your angled brush, I'm just gonna customize my color a little bit. Usually what I like to do first is I start at the arch. So you can start to see the color building in. And I just kind of press lightly. I'm not dragging this across. I'm kind of pushing in lightly. And then I start making my way. I do an even lighter pressure as I come out to the end where it tapers off. And then I move in into the inside of my brow. And then you just kind of come in here at the bottom, continue to fill it in. Now you have the chance to actually compare side by side, brow that's filled in, brow that's not. So much better, really awful. There's really not a lot to teach other than making sure you have the 3 points. I think that's probably the most important part of all. Otherwise, it's irrelevant. It doesn't even matter that you've filled in your, you know, comma-shaped eyebrows. The fact of the matter remains that you have a fucking punctuation mark on your face. Brows just get me really worked up. You can do this with a pencil, certainly, and some people think a pencil is more natural. I am not one of those people. What I do when I get to the inside is I push it in, and then I kind of like do a semicircle. So I put it in, I start with it like here, and then I do this. I do this motion, if that's helpful to describe. Two brows, two brows, two brows, two brows. I hope this helps. Ultimately, your brows are very important is really what I'm trying, the point I want to make to people. So don't neglect them when you do your makeup, or I will come after you. I mean, what? That was awful.